I want to welcome you back to my channel and to Spirit Tail Farms. A lot's been going on this week. As you can see, the doe behind me has a belly band on for a trauma hernia. Hopefully scar tissue. It's not very big, but it's enough to, you don't want it to get any bigger. This past week, sent my kid crop to the sale barn. Hopefully they do good down there. I have fixed an automatic watering system. So everybody's got automatic water now. And I am down to 4 doe kids, which are my reserve kids. And they will be bred here in 2 years. So when I tire not only Miss Sugar behind me, but I've got a couple other older does that will also probably be retiring. Probably not this year, but maybe next year. 1-year-old, I've got a 10-year-old red doe. And this 2024 will probably be her last kidding season. It just depends on how well she does next year for me. Sugar behind me will not be having any more kids. The hernia is on her right side, which is the side kids are on. And the vets I talked to, my vet that I usually use, my normal vet, kind of blew me off and kicked me out the door and told me to go up to Kansas City. The vet that they referred me to, the local vet they referred me to, told me it would be between $400 and $800 to fix the 3-inch hernia. So I got on with a few of my other goat breeders, and they all suggested to band her, and usually the scar tissue will heal it up enough to where she will be just fine. The vet also told me that she can live with it as long as it's not low. And it's not. It's sat high up on her side a little bit more, but it's still iffy about having kids. So Miss Sugar here, sweet doe, she'll be living out the rest of her life here on the farm and probably end up being just babysitters to any other doe kids or whatever that need to be babysat. I mean, you're drooling on me, darling. Yeah, you are. God, you're filthy. I'll be going through and getting my garden ready to be harvested and cleared out for next season. I've got a bucket of chicken manure and old hay that I'll be pulling out of my barn to get ready for the new season. Well, what else has been going on? Here and there. It's definitely been a quite busy week. Emma, she keeps drooling on me. I mean. Ugh. Yuck. And she got to get off my leg though. Oh, but let's see here if we can go around and meet a few of the kids I've kept. I still need to come up with a few names. Miss Neely here with her absolute beautiful kid. Miss Neely. Kid. Here comes my bottle kid. Hi, Kenzie. Hi, Kenzie. What are you doing? Kisses? Hi. Hi. Yeah. Do I get kisses? Do I get kisses? Yeah, thank you. Ow. Ow. Can we not? You're a goober. But you're my goober, aren't you? He's sweet. Most time. Of course, it's getting close to dinner time. That's why everybody's yelling at me. Huh. Yeah, you're a good girl. Let's go see who else we can find. Yeah, yeah. Baby girl. Baby girl. She's an absolute sweetheart. Huh. She was on the list to go to the sale. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Just couldn't do it. So, and her mama's a Max Bohr doe. So I figured she'd be worth keeping. She looks Nubian, but it's okay. They've all got a little bit of Nubian mixed in them. We'll walk over here to Miss Bella's kid. Hi, you here? She's my loudest one, I think. Hi, sweetheart. You can come see me? You want to come see me? I haven't handled them too much. With 15 other goats or 15 other babies, it was hard to come out here. But she'll get better as she gets a little bit older. And Miss Kenzie's back. And we got, that's Bella. And then Kenzie's mom is right here. That's Kenzie's mom. Of course, she needs worms. I gotta catch her and get her worms. Huh, Kwani? Yeah, you need wormed again. A few of them do need wormed. I figured I gotta wait for the weather to cool down a little bit more, and then everybody will get wormed for the fall. Take care of any summer worms that they may have. We'll walk over here and show you what I've done with the automatic watering system, which I don't know how well it's going to do this winter, depending on how cold it gets. I still haven't buried the line. It's just pretty much a heavy-duty garden hose at this point. But we've got the goat's waterer, which is uneven. I need to level that out. And then we've got the new automatic water for the horses troughed. But I got to get a tarp for that, because I've tried, Callista Dawn's decided that she needed to stand in it and crack the bottom of it here on both sides. And I thought it would work, but as you can see, it's just peeling off. So I'm gonna buy a heavy duty tarp and a ratchet strap and put the tarp in there, and then fill it with water with the ratchet strap around it. I may or may not use spray adhesive just around the edges of it to keep it from getting loose. But that is done. And with the drought here in Kansas, I was filling water buckets every 2 days, and I had like 10 water buckets going. and they would just wipe those out quicker than I could fill them. We could walk over here to the pond and I'll show you what the pond is doing at this point. We're supposed to have rain coming in next week. I got my hopes up, but I probably won't be enough to fill the pond for this season. Oh, it looks like somebody, the scratching post I put up that's interesting because they were on the other side. So obviously them rubbing on it's pushing it in circles, which is hilarious. This is not supposed to be on this side, so yep, that's exactly what they're doing. I'm gonna have to fix that so it doesn't do that anymore. We're gonna walk out here, see what this pond is doing, because we haven't had rain in like going on almost a month now, I believe. And it makes it rather hard. As you can see, the grass is just starting to yellow and dry out. It's crunchy when I walk. Definitely crunchy. Here's my pond. Oh, froggies! Froggies! Lots of frogs. But I can guarantee I could probably walk across this pond and only get about knee deep. Because the pond is actually supposed to be, it's 20 feet low. The edge of the pond should be about here. So we're that far low. It's just insanity. It's just dry here. So pray for rain this coming week and the next couple of weeks, because we could definitely use it. We're gonna have to get another hay bale brought in. They've got that tore down, but there were 15 extra kids eating off of it these past 2 weeks. The next one, they definitely won't eat as fast, because they'll be I got half as many goats now. Everybody's all waiting to be fed for dinner. Miss Sugar's up. Oh, yep, I might have to put something to where it stays pulled back. I know, Sugar. She didn't like that. Ladies, we're not doing that. She's already got a problem. We're not being sassy. You guys will get the buck here soon, I promise. Oh, you already broke it? Really? Why don't you try the other one? There you go. That works better. That works way better. Of course, she's not going to do it now because I was walking over. Everybody's getting sassy. It's about that time of year. My bucks are already going into rut. The big buck my Nubian buck I sent down to the sale, he was in full rut. And he was not being very nice to my boar buck. Besides that, he kept jumping on the shelter and then jumping over the fence. So I was like, yep, time for him to go. But it's definitely way more peaceful around here without an extra 15 goats. And the feed bill, whew, that was killing me. They were almost going through a 50-pound bag a day. I mean, pretty close. But as you can see, the pasture is it's just wore down. I mean, I still got grass, so they haven't eaten it to dirt. But any rain would definitely be appreciated at this point. We got the kids' A-frame. That was the best thing I've ever built for these kids. They absolutely loved that. Of course, I was terrified somebody was going to break their leg. Every time they frickin' get knocked off or fall off, I just catch my breath like, oh boy. But here's the buckets I was filling. These, and then there's 4 more in the stall. I gotta get a new garden hose because this automatic water is gonna go into my buck's pen and use it in there because right now there's only 1 goat in there and my livestock guard dog. Of course, Riot now is yelling because he saw me. He's like, it's dinner time, Mom. But it's definitely nice. Miss Lyra's baby. Another little doe kid I kept. She is absolutely phenomenally beautiful. And she's a big girl. Big girl. And everybody else is kind of hanging around. It actually turned into a pretty nice day today. It wasn't hot, overly hot anyway, which turned out pretty nice. I do need to come out here and pick up some of this trash. How it ends up out here, I don't know. Haven't figured that one out yet. But I keep picking it up and it keeps showing back up. Go back in here. Oh, it's just my little gate to keep the horses and the donkey out, because goat feed is, especially the medicated goat feed I feed my goats, is actually deadly to equines. So I have to really be careful when I feed my goats and make sure they're fed in a specific area. Keep the horses off of it. I only feed my horses pasture and hay. They don't get any of that processed horse feed or anything like that. It's not good for them and it's not good for their teeth. Every now and then I'll give them some sweet feed, like when I need to worm them or whatever, they'll get some sweet feed. But that's about the extent of what they get, and they do not have a weight problem. They're actually probably chunkier than they need to be, because I just haven't found the time to ride them. Besides that, the heat this summer's been horrid. But maybe I'll get Smokey out here this fall and take him for a ride. And we'll kind of go from there. But everybody's wanting to eat. I'll walk over here. Riot's already in his feeder. And I got a bunch of mama hens running around with more new babies. These chickens are rotten. But if I could figure out how to edit, I'll show you how we loaded those big buck kids onto the trailer, which actually worked out freaking fabulous. I mean, even my hauler was like, that was a brilliant idea. Because I sure as hell, my arm could not take handling those kids. I already moved them once. I was not going to grab them out of the pen and then take them all the way to the road. Mr. Riot. His registered name was Patriot. And I wasn't a big fan of that. So Patriot, hi buddy, got shortened to Riot. And oh my God, he is such a sweet boy. I would not have been able to do this with my Nubian buck. He was too sporadic and nuts, honestly. But Mr. Riot here is an absolute love bug. I am just so thrilled with him. So hopefully he gives me some good babies for years, because I really don't want to have to trade him out. As long as he stays with this temperament and just a sweet boy, even in rut, he will always have a place here. Of course, it makes it hard to keep a bunch of his daughters. But I guess if I get this large pen over here sorted and another shelter built, I might add a second buck to be able to breed his daughters so I don't have to get rid of him. Huh, buddy? Yeah, oh, you like the head rub. It's really good. Really good. Yes, you do. Huh. Yes. Oh, such a sweet boy. I like you. I like you a lot. Yeah, I do. You hungry? You ready to eat? Here's their feeder. I'm actually debating on having somebody build me a metal one, a steel one with the 2 head stalls, just for my bucks, so I can doctor them or do their feet or anything like that without actually physically having to hold them or tie them or anything like that. That's just too stressful on me and too stressful on them. Huh, Willow, you ready to eat? Everybody's ready to eat dinner. So, I guess I can sign off of here, and hopefully I get my camera here in the next few days, and I could start figuring out how to edit and all that kind of fun stuff, because there's a few things that I have taken videos of but haven't figured out how to edit them into the main video yet, such as taking down the eye of my old satellite dish, which was so much fun considering I so love being on ladders and being on the roof. That is just no fun for me. But I want to thank you, and hit subscribe down at the bottom if you want to see any more content. It's going to be interesting when I go to separate the 4 doelings and Miss Sugar out, and they will go over here into the buck's pen, and Mr. Riot will come over here in the does for my next year's kid crop. But that probably won't happen until probably December, late November, early December. Just because the sheer fact I don't want winter kids. They're just too hard to keep alive. And if I have kids in April, May, I mean, even June's not bad, because then they go to the sale this time of year, and this is when everybody's looking for buck kids for breeding season for next year. But I want to thank you again for coming in my hair. The wind's blowing and all the fuzz. I keep trying to get to where it's not. But I gotta stop with the butts. I definitely know I need to stop with the butts. But that's the way it is. That's me. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Have a great day.